Very good morning, friends. Hope you guys are doing well. So let's start with our today's top news. Well, Dow Jones was up around 191 points and Nasdaq is up around 170 points. The overall global markets were up yesterday, and the reason was simple that the minutes of the Fed meeting were out and they were indicating that, of course, there is going to be a rise of 50 basis point in June and also in July. But no, the thing is there inflation is slightly coming down. It looks like because economic activity is slowing down currently. Now, the latest indicator shows that there is a slowdown in the economy, and that is a good sign because this is how people are thinking, analysts are thinking that whatever Fed measures are there of increasing rates is showing an impact in the economy. And if this economic growth little bit goes down, no, that inflation comes into control. So currently what they are saying that of course there will be an increase of 0.50 in June, July. But however, afterwards they have to assess the economy again and want to see that whether further rate hikes are needed or not. Because see, they are telling they are very much confident that they will not bring US economy into recession, which everyone is fearing. Suppose if US does not go for a recession now, that is a big plus point. The reasons are simple. It is one of the largest economy in the world, correct? So, and if it does not go down the recession, it will have a good impact across the countries, including India. So that is what everyone is thinking about. And see, understand one thing that why if US Fed is doing all this stuff. They also want liquidity in the market. They also want US economy to grow. But somehow if they don't tame this inflation down, okay, US is going to go for recession. So they have to keep a balancing act between an increase in Fed rate and also seeing that of course US does not go for a recession. For that they are trying for the best. In India also, the similar stance is taken by the government and RBI. As you are aware, the steel export duty hikes and then this on imports also and also fuel excise fuel rate reduction and everything. So what is all this stuff? It's all they also want to tame inflation, but they want to ensure that economic growth does not slows down, correct, and does not go for a recession. See, understand, there was a, I think, day before yesterday, maybe Mr. Piyush Goyal told that in Davos, that World Economic Forum going on, that see, if the producer and if the industrialist does not see that their prices are under check and if they start increasing prices again, of course government has to take some steps. So if the steel prices does not under control, government has to take some step that it brings under control, because at the end of the day it is creating inflation. Similarly, if the oil prices goes up and up, they have to tame inflation, so they have to reduce excise. So this is what he told, that if the producer and if the industrialist does not see that there's rate hikes, whatever they are doing for the product is not under check, government will take some steps, and that is what government across is doing. But see what is happening because of this. As I told that India is taking some steps and RBI taking a step here, correct, to tame inflation. Similarly, Indonesia, last few weeks ago, you know that they have kept a ban on the exporting palm oil, correct. Similarly, India has kept a excise duty on the exporting steel companies. Similarly, most of the countries are doing something and something else to bring the inflation down across the world, correct, in their own country. Now, because of this, what is happening overall, the global level inflation is going up. See, because understand, if the Indonesia is not able to export palm oil in India, of course palm oil, because Indonesia is the largest exporter of palm oil, right? The palm oil prices will go up. The palm oil prices will go up. It is a basic ingredients in most of the SMGCG company. Similarly, their raw material cost will go up, and if their raw material cost will go up, they have to increase prices. So across the world, they currently taking steps to control inflation in their respective economy. But the problem is that world level inflation is remaining up only because at the end of the day, whatever import you were taking earlier from other countries, that is also on a higher prices, then it is a problem for an economy. So this is what happening. But yes, they every country is trying to justify their own stance basically. Okay, now US yield is around 2.75%. now, which is much lower than earlier when it was about 3%, 2.75%. And why it is on a high demand USD? Because it's simple. Whenever there is a fear in the market, now people sell equity and go into US bond yield. So that's why it is remain high. But however, now people are saying that it will not, analysts are saying that it will not go above 3%. And of course, no, bond as and when it will take, it is going to go down only. But we just hope that it does not go up above 3%, then it's a very bad sign, basically. Dollar is 102.2. Now it was down from 105. Reason is simple that US dollars is depreciating against most of the European countries and other countries. Reason is simple. They are thinking that of course US economy may go down, and if US economy may go down, of course dollar get weakened against all the countries. So that is there one of the reason why US dollar index is at a lower side. Of course, US dollar index should be below 100. Actually, it should be below 95, which is a good, this is a good sign for Indian economy. Because see, if understand US dollar remains standard, no, what will happen? The dollar will flow from the developing countries to the developed countries, like in India from US. But if the dollar gets weaker, no, even the FII has some, means they got extra few points by keeping invested in India. Because when they convert the currency, like suppose whenever you have to want to sell a stock in India and you want to get that money back to their own country. What a FISL, but if the US is at 100, means at a higher level, that is 78, 77, the conversion in the US dollar is less. Hope you are making sense. Correct? You are able to understand this. So that's why if the currency of US dollar is depreciating, that will be better for an FII also, even for India, because this FII will remain invested. Otherwise, you also knowing that from last few months they are selling. In yesterday also FI sold around 1800 crores and DI bought around 2292 crores. So this is the story. Same thing repeating again and again from last 2 3 weeks. FI is going and DI is buying. Let's see what will happen from here onwards. Now, Geeta Gopinath from IMF told that that India's inflation is on a higher level. However, she is saying that only few economy in the world will go for a recession, go in a recession, not all the countries. Now, that is a good thing because see, I don't think at all that India will go into recession. Yes, but as there is a fear that US will go into recession, China is in a recession, people are saying, because still they are not able to control the economy because of the COVID crisis. Not except there are many cases there, but that zero COVID policy is hurting them, and they are keeping extended basically lockdown in the Shanghai city and most of the cities. So if the fear that okay, at least major global economy does not go for a recession, now that is a good sign. The reason is simple. Then the world economy will flourish, and the import export whatever trade going on across the will not be halted. Now, exit Nifty is showing 92 points up because the US handover is quite good, and across the Asian countries are also showing a positive sign. So it is 107, sorry, 92 points up. Well, USD INR is around 77.52. Of course, it is on a higher side, but hopefully, as and when there will be rate hikes and the US economy slows down, it may go down also. Market cap to GDP is 107, which is also reasonably high. Not high as it was when it was more than 110. When it was market was on a, you can say, top level. Now oil price is around $114. Now why 114? Now why it is stabling at around that level? Another reason has come out that US summer vacation is starting. When there is a summer vacation, no, mostly people go for a long ride and go from here and there. No, and currently after COVID crisis, you can understand people are willing to go out rather than staying at home because they already been there from last 1.5 2 years. Correct. So because of that, the prices will remain high for the US oil and across the world. So that's why it is 114. So this is an irony that whatever happens in US now, it is going reflected across the world. Now there such a big economy, it's having a massive impact in the world economy. Now, let us talk about domestic result. Well, Coal India came out with the result. The net profit grew by 46.3% year on year to 615 crores, and the revenue up by 22%. Well, the reason was simple, that there was a higher production offtake and better realization. You are also aware, due to this hot summer, no, there is lot of demand in power across the, and actually there is lot of shortage also in many cities, and you can say so many blackouts happening for hours together. Even in Mumbai, it happened. Now, because of that, the coal was in a higher demand, and across the world, because of this crisis, the lot of, because see, understand, one of the fossil fuel, that is oil, if you are not getting, you have to be dependent on other fossil fuel, that is coal, correct, to create energy and everything. So there was a high demand, and that's why Coal India has to ramp up its production, everything, and the realization was much better. So that's why you can see it's such a bumper high in the coal prices. Sorry, Coal India stock price also, and it is reached to few days ago 200 level also. So that's a actually when from the IPO it has come. No, it has not performed so well. Correct. So now, because of the energy prices up, it is gone up. But the frankly speaking, the problem with all these PSU stock is, when again the energy prices goes down, this will again go to at 160, 170 level. So that is a problem. It's not a compounder, multiple compounder stock. We have to take it as a swing trading only, or like whenever it's a cyclical business. So get into the this type of stock only when it is at the lower end, get out when it is at the upper end. You cannot compound money in this type of stocks. PFC profit increased by 10%, that is 4296 crores. Now there it was a lower finance cost, because you also know there was a across the banks, the financing was on a lower side, so that they saved lot of money in finance costs and also impairment costs. Now, BPCL result was net profit declined by 82% to 130 crores, of course, due to the oil crisis and all that. Now, another is government is selling that 29% stake in Hindustan Zinc. They have decided that they will sell their 29% odd in Hindustan Zinc in the open market, and all in the to the closed bidder. Now, of course, Vedanta, who is holding majority of that stake, is not going to acquire this, because as per the regulatory, they cannot hold more than 75%. So they may buy a few percent odd, but let's see. But this is a good news for the Hindustan Zinc, because at the end of the day, no, what will happen? uh, the better investment decision will be there, better control will be there. And you also know Vedanta is known for the delisting of a stock. So you don't know, once this is done, what the next step will be there for the Vedanta, whether they are going to delist or not, that we don't know, but let's see. Now, Asian Paints and many of the paint stocks were down yesterday, almost 6-7%. The reason was that Birla Corporation has announced through Grasim that yes, they are going to have a major foray in the paint industry. They declared an investment of 10,000 odd crore. But and that is the only reason why these stocks are falling. But whether these stocks really justified to fall so much, because at the end of the day, this type of competition they are facing from so many years, then also see they have sailed through the various crises. So let's see, but I think this is over extended, because no, I don't think that Asian Paints was such a big company, such a good company, can face a big challenge from Birla, because they know how to face the challenges and crises. Correct. So let's see what happens there. So guys, this was the main news for this today for 26 May. Hope you like this video and telecast. And guys, if you like this video, do subscribe to my channel, like the like button, because frankly speaking, this will help me to give you more content, and it will motivate me to create a better content to you every day. So see you tomorrow. Thank you.